Hi, thank you for coming on my live. One moment. I am Queen Lily, and we'll be talking about Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. And I think we have 53 days. Hey, Tia, thank you. Thank you for being a moderator. I need your email as well when you get a chance. We will be discussing Kamala Harris, Tim Walz, Donald Trump, JD Vance, and a lot more. We only have about 53 more days before this big election, you all. So let's get ready. We're going to be discussing it. We're going to be kind to each other in my chat because kindness goes a long way. Asking you to be nice is not what I'm going to do. I'm asking you to be kind because that should be natural. Being nice is something you have to try to do. Being kind is what we must be in life. Hey, Sean P. Hey, Droop C. How you doing? Um, hey, Moon Man. Thank you for coming on my live. Everyone, thank you for coming on my live. I am Queen Lily, and we're going to be discussing who? Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. As you all know, the debate was Tuesday, and Kamala Harris won the presidential debate. It was so exciting. Hey, Bianca. Hey, Queen. How are you today, beautiful? Happy Thursday. I'm going to read what Bianca said. Happy Thursday, everybody. Thank you for coming to Queen Lily's Live. Please remember to like the video in the channel as you enter the room. Hit that like button. We got 34 people this far. Hit the like button. I'm Queen Lily. I'm excited to be on here chatting with y'all this evening. It's 8 o'clock. And I changed the time because I want to do something a little different because I was told by someone when there's a lot of people on live, then sometimes it makes your video goes out. So I'm praying to baby Jesus that it does not go out, okay? So we have 53 days, y'all, before the election. Thank you for coming on my live. Hit the like button. It's 65 of y'all in here. Hit that like button. Celebrate with me. Celebrate life. Thank you. We have 53 days before the election. And if you check my community wall, I put on there for you all to let y'all know the voting schedule. I put it up on my community wall. So check it out. It has every state scheduled for voting if you want to early vote and here on. But also in the state of Georgia, like I said, I'm mistaken. We do not start early voting this September. We actually start early voting October if you're in the state of Georgia. Thank you for coming on my live, AK222. Sanjay, thank you for coming on my live. Kristen, thank you for coming on my live. Natalie, thank you for coming on my live. Dexter Smith, thank you for coming on my live. Vander, thank you for coming on my live. I'm going to go over this again. We will be kind to each other. We will show respect in this chat, okay? Because this is the thing. I am a kind, loving person, and I rather put out love. When I'm here on my channel, I am not talking about you personally. I am talking about the candidate, Donald Trump. There's pros and cons, and I hate to say it, Kamala Harris is the pro, and Donald Trump is what? The con. He goes down there because he goes very low. Pros and cons is what it is. The debate showed you pros and cons. If you watched the debate, you would have seen for yourself the pros and cons of this election run for 2024 presidential election. Thank you, each one teach one. I like that. Each one teach one. Thank you very much. So I'm going to get started in just a moment, but I just wanted to make that statement because for some reason in this chat, we want to go way down below the belt. And there's no reason for that because I'm talking about the candidate, Donald Trump. I am not personally talking about you all in this chat, okay? So let's be kind, give love, say what you want in the chat without being mean or ugly, or please don't put actual stuff in my chat. Y'all know what I'm saying. I can't say the actual word, but please do not put actual stuff in my chat. Please. Hit the like button, everyone, and I'm going to get started in just a moment. We're going to talk about some things that got to do with this election. It's getting very close, you guys. Kamala Harris was the winner for the debate. That's my opinion, MAGA, so don't go off like the Taliban and start texting actual stuff in my chat that what y'all going to do to me. Stop threatening me in my chat. Kindness goes a long way, okay? They taught us that in elementary school, in kindergarten, and I was taught that in the home as a toddler. Kindness and love goes a long way. There's no reason to write cruel stuff in here about me. Thank you for coming to my chat, Jill. Thank you, Ibis. Thank you, Taylor. Thank you, Average. Thank you, Mark Goldman. Thank you, Algie. Thank you, the one punny boy. Thank you, Mad Cyclone. Thank you, Jim Bob Jones. Thank you, Vera. Hey, Vera, how you doing? Queen, another beautiful queen here. Thank you, all of you, kings and queens, for coming to my throne today. I am Queen Lily, and we're going to get this party started. I may read off a couple more people in this comment because I'm trying to get to know everyone, and I may miss your name, but do not get offended. It's not done on purpose. Queen Vera, Mr. Bente Boy, Blog, Phantom Gaming, Great Mystery, Average. I don't know what that is. I apologize. Ibis, Cringe Tube, Deva, Robert B. Lawrence, Chipmunk, Deva. Hold on, you guys. Iprimio. That's in Spanish. Okay, I see what it is. Okay. Ariel, Jane Smith. Thank you. Thank you for coming on my live. I appreciate you guys coming to my channel. Again, we have 53 days. 53 days to get the ball down the court and in the goal, which she has already. Kamala has already gotten a few 3-pointers, but we actually want to win this game. It's about winning. And I feel like she's getting out there doing what she's supposed to win this game. She's right now Steph Curry, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and Kobe Bryant all in one. She's getting that ball down there so we can win this game. It's Kamala Harris against Donald Trump, and that's what it is. Kamala had the questions early before the debate. That's not true, but okay. Natasha, that's not true, Queen. It's not true at all. But and I noticed that Donald Trump makes that statement, even when he was going against Hillary, he made that statement that she had the questions as well. That is not true. That is not a fact. You're speaking in opinions that somebody else has made as opinion, which is Donald Trump who put that out there. It's not true. It's just not true. I just want to inform you that it's not true, okay? Hi, Scott. How you doing? Scott Albert. Kramer Brooks, how you doing? Natasha, how you doing? Zach, how you doing? Throne, how you doing? Tom B. Stone, how you doing? Victoria's one, how you doing? Yes, Victoria's one. She right. Kamala Harris wiped the floor with Donald Trump. Yes, she did, y'all. Yes. Then he started speaking that cats and dog mess, y'all. We're gonna watch a video with hey, how you doing, LaSwan? Hey, I salute you, LaSwan. Thank you. He's been with me since I started with this. We're gonna watch a video of Ben from Midas Touch Media and Michael Cohen, and it's gonna be amazing because they just lay it all out for you about Donald Trump and how he just was a sore loser because he lost Tuesday badly. And I'm gonna show y'all some polls. He lost, and the polls that him and his people putting out, which they do this. Y'all know how Donald Trump is. He could never accept that he has lost anything. He couldn't even accept that he has bankruptcies. He couldn't even accept that he lost the election in 2020 against President Joe Biden. Donald Trump is a narcissist. He can't help himself. He's a malignant narcissist. Look it up. And there have been doctors that said it is true about him, that said he is a malignant narcissist. He's a Looney Tune. And he may just have inherited that from his father. It is what it is. Cora Monty, thank you for coming on my live. Trenzy TV, thank you for coming on my live. Ron, thank you for coming on my live. Jacob Fisher, thank you for coming on my live. Galaxy 420, thank you for coming on my live. ND Beats, thank you for coming on my live. Jane, thank you for coming on my live. Robert Jericho, thank you for coming on my live. Paul Joyce, thank you for coming on my live. The names are going fast. I'm sorry. Adam Kessner, thank you for coming on my live. Kileo Piani, thank you for coming on my live. Dallin Thomas, they're going fast. I'm trying to, y'all. Ron, thank you for coming on my live. Ronnie, thank you for coming on my live. Adam, thank you for coming on my live. William Brown, 182, thank you for coming on my live. Paul George, Dylan Thomas, thank you all. Okay, we're going to get started. Let me take a sip of water because reading off those names, you guys, my throat gets dry. For y'all just coming on, please hit that like button and subscribe. Hit the like button. Thank you, Till. Thank you so much. Yes, climate crisis is real. Like today in Atlanta, it is a little chilly here, and it's raining and going on. And what is it going on? Is it hurricane season or something? I'm just wondering because I know they had a hurricane in Texas that was really bad, and there are people still not in their homes yet. They lost their homes. They're staying in hotels. They're really going through it. Truckers are getting half of what they got 4 years ago. I've heard that. But that has to do with the actual corporations. No, I do not know that person. I'm sorry. Okay, that's how you feel, Ronnie. That is fine, okay? Evans, thank you for coming on my live. Ragberg Gill, thank you for coming on my live. Madeline, thank you for coming on my live. Jungle Juice, thank you for coming on live. Mike Truss, thank you for coming on my live. Mark Goldman, that the thing going fat. I'm sorry, yeah. So I'm gonna play a video for you guys right quick. And I hope y'all can see it. Can y'all see the video from here? It's gonna come up in a moment. I hope it doesn't play the commercial. So it's gonna come up in a moment on the screen. It's a commercial right now, so let's see. Skip commercial. What is going on? Hold on, did I turn it down or something? Oh, that's weird. Hold on, y'all. I must have hit the mute button on here or something. No, I didn't hit the mute button. Let's see. Hold on. Give me a moment, y'all. Please, just a moment. That is weird. Hold on. Trying to see what is going on because it wasn't muted earlier. Let me go back. Bear with me. Thank y'all for having patience with me, okay? Thank you. Let's see what else. Then I just watched something else. Let's see what they talking about Trump with this.
Donald Trump speaking in Tucson, Arizona, his first.
Can y'all hear it? Let me know if y'all can hear it. I'm gonna turn it up, okay? This Midas Touch Network with Ben. I love watching his channel. I love it. It's so informative. Can y'all hear it? Let me know if you can hear it.
Killed in the exit polls. And I remember NBC and that stupid ABC that did this horrible debate. Those two people should be fired as an anchor. A couple of more years.
Bianca, let me know if y'all can hear it.
And she was nasty. She looked at me with hatred in her eyes.
Yes, I love watching Midas Touch Network with Ben. He's an attorney. Him and his brothers are attorneys. You can hear it, Victoria's one.
As our editor-in-chief,
thank you, Tyler.
He says how anyone can think that this soft, weak, pampered, whiny crybaby, snowflake, and makeup, hair transplants, girdle, and heel lips, whose feelings are constantly hurt by some mean person as some kind of tough guy alpha male, is a complete mystery to me. Here he is then claiming that he won the debate. Play it.
Wow. As everyone saw 2 nights ago, we had a monumental victory over Comrade Kamala Harris.
The lies he tell, y'all. The lies he tell.
We won big with independent voters, moderates, Republicans, and working people all across this nation, putting forward a clear vision to very simply make America great again. Meanwhile, Kamala
be sure to go and follow, subscribe to Midas Touch Network. Y'all, I'm telling you, you're gonna love it. I'm addicted to watching his videos, his lives.
No details whatsoever, nothing.
And it just goes on and on, so completely unhinged. Like, watch this.
She went over to ABC, which in my opinion has taken a big hit because these two people were bad news. They kept screaming at me. I said, why are you screaming? I'm saying to myself, I'm looking at, I always liked him. I'm not going to watch him anymore. I'm not going to watch him because he's not legit. What he did, I'm not going to watch him.
Yeah, Trump is done.
And
He's
his hair's not
done.
as good as it used to be.
Done. Finito.
Then Donald Trump goes and says this, let's play it.
Because, you know, the athletes, they say, I left it on the field. I left it all on the field. Well, I did, because I did 7 major rallies for 2 days. 7 each. Who the hell can do that?
He sounds stupid, y'all, because y'all know our girl Kamala Harris has been doing rallies consistently. She did a rally in North Carolina today. He doesn't make sense. He hasn't done as many rallies as Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. He hasn't. It's a fact, not my opinion.
But this is the fake news media, just like these 2 fakers that were up this weekend. I think they really hurt their career. I really believe that. I think they hurt. I hope they did.
Here he goes again. Play it.
Said, how great was my speech tonight? Did you see the size of that crowd? Oh, by the way, her crowds are 0. Her crowd, she's got no crowds. They bus the people in. They pay buses to bring people. Nobody here rode in on a bus, I guarantee you that. Unless you own it.
Thank you, Tia. Thank you, Queen Tia.
They tried to kick Trump off your ballot.
As you can see, he consistently lies. He continues to say things that are not true. That's why I put him as a con. He's a real con anyway. He's a con artist anyway, but Kamala Harris is the pro and Donald Trump is a con. He will not stop lying for anything, y'all. He does not do as many rallies as Kamala Harris. He lies every day, all day. And at the debate, they showed that he lied over 34 times. And Kamala Harris said one thing that was not true. He said over 34 things that wasn't true, y'all. What are y'all going to do with Donnie Boy? He just insists on telling lies, and it just doesn't make sense.
No, it happens all the time. I get decimated by the fake news media. And sometimes they say, look, he can't find his way off the stage either. You have these stages, they have like 4 or 5 stairs, usually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, is this a government-owned building? They have,
and like this.
If I mispronounce one word, like I called
I trust Ben. He's an attorney. I trust his network channel. There's so many powerful people that work on his channel. I trust him. I'd rather trust him than the news.
As you get here, play this one.
At levels that nobody has ever seen before.
Please follow Midas Touch Network. Please subscribe to their channel. You're going to love it. I wouldn't tell you anything wrong.
Haitian immigrants have descended upon the town of 58,000 people, destroying their entire way of life. This was a beautiful community, and now it's horrible what's happened.
What is he even running on at this point? What is this? And the fact that people normalize this behavior, here, play this clip from this event.
Have you ever wondered how much of your personal data?
I know exactly what Ben is saying. What is he running on? He still has not given policies. And when they question him about the health plan for you all at the debate, he said, well, he doesn't have one, but he's putting together some things. He has no plan. Like the moderator said, you have no plan. Donald Trump has no plan for you all, okay? Kamala Harris, she laid out her plans. It is to help get homes, $25,000 for homes, $6,000 more for each family. And the list goes on and on and on. I'm going to read some of them off to y'all before we get off this channel, okay?
Average of over 525 pieces showing what they found, where they found it.
Okay, let's see.
Code Midas.
When I return to the White House, we will require.
And then this is, again, what he's
This is educational. This is fair use. I'm actually one of his
residents are reporting
subscribers
that
to
the
his channel.
migrants are
I love
walking
his
off with
channel.
the
I try
child's
to
geese.
watch it every day.
They're
Please,
taking
Midas
geese.
Touch Network,
You
you
know, when the
must
geese are in the
subscribe.
park in
And
LA.
you MAGA people here,
And
you
even
really
walking
need to
off with
subscribe
their
because he
pets.
states the facts.
My
He's
dogs
a
resent it.
well-educated man. He's an
My
attorney. His
dogs
whole
are sad.
family, his
This
brothers
can
are
only happen.
attorneys.
It's punching down. It's xenophobic. It's mean. It's weird. Here, play this clip.
And illegal Haitians, he came in, illegal Haitian migrants taking over a beautiful place. It was so beautiful. Springfield, Ohio. I was there. I campaigned there.
Okay, he's coming down on the Haitian people, setting up for a race war. And it is very racist of him, you all, because let me tell you something about black people, Haitian people. We're not eating dogs and cats. That's just not in us. We didn't come from the Caucasus Mountain. No, we did not. Most of us came from Africa. They had plenty of other stuff there. And let me tell you something about Haitians. They don't have a lot of GMO stuff. They plant their own stuff. They eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. That's what Haitians do. They're not eating cats and dogs. Now, you better put that on somebody else because we know another culture that comes here to America that have restaurants that are doing that. But that is not happening to the Haitian people. Stop putting false information out there because Haitians are not doing that. Blacks, we're not going to eat cats and dogs. No, sir. If we got to eat grass, we'll eat grass before we eat some cats and dogs. And any black person in here can vouch for that. Haitian people in their country, they may not have much. And they come to the land of opportunity, America, for a better opportunity than what they have in their home town, in their home country, Haiti. But cats and dogs, that's not in black people. That's not something we're going to do. And I'm going to say, Latino people are not eating cats and dogs. Y'all need to take that up with another group of people that come here to this country because it's definitely not Indians. It's definitely not Latinos. It's definitely not blacks. Africans, no. And it ain't Haitian people. We would never eat cats and dogs. If I was on the earth with just cats and dogs, I'll eat the grass. Greenery is healthier for you. I'll eat leaves off the tree. So y'all, please stop listening to that misinformation that Donald Trump has put out there. Because I'm telling you, Haitian people are not eating cats and dogs. It ain't in us. It ain't in our bloodstream to do it. Anybody got any African in them, we ain't doing that. Latinos got African in them too. Indian and somewhat Caucasian in them. But we're not eating no dogs, y'all. It's not happening. Haitians, blacks, and other people of color are not. So Donald Trump saying that is cruel. And he's all about one race, and that's the white race. And you can love who you want to love. But I was taught in my household from a small child to love all. You love people through Christ. He is not loving through Christ because if he was loving through Christ, he would not be making these statements that he just made, y'all. It's not true. And what he's doing, he want to pin the black and Haitians in Springfield against each other. He want to pin black and Haitians and he want to pin every race and whites against each other so he can start a race war. That is his goal. And I told y'all previously, his goal is to divide and conquer. We got to be wiser than that. We cannot go out hurting each other. It doesn't make sense. What makes sense is to vote blue where there's happiness and love. Donald Trump is putting out misery and hate. Divide and conquer. Kamala Harris doesn't care if you're a Democrat or a Republican. She is for all the people. Like she said, all of her life of what she has done from a DA to a prosecutor and now being the vice president, running for president. She only had one client, the people. One client, the people. There's one God and one Jesus and one love. And that man is not connected to God in any form. Because if Donald Trump was connected to God, he would not be trying to pin black and white people and others against each other. So we're going to listen a little bit more, okay?
A while ago, Springfield, it was so beautiful. Now it's just, what a place. Can you imagine you have this small little community, all of a sudden you have 20,000 illegals in your community. Nobody knows where they come from.
When the everyday excess falls away,
This is the thing, you all. Many years ago, when the Caucasian people came here, the Europeans, I'm just going to say Europeans, they were immigrants. They were immigrants. And blacks, the Africans that they brought over here, they can't be considered immigrants because they was chained and brought over here, not by choice. So it's a fact. You can look it up. We can't be considered immigrants. Now, the Africans that's coming over here now, since after we was released from being slaves and all of that, they are immigrants. The Nigerians and all the people, they are. The Haitians are considered immigrants. And what I love about Haitians, they refuse to be made into what America was. They fought. Yes, they did. They refused to be, what do they call it? What is the word? I can't think of it right now. Somebody put it in the chat. What is that word? It began with a C. They refused to become that. They fought not to become that. Whether y'all consider Haitian people a poor country or not, Haiti, it doesn't matter. They're some strong people because they fought to be free. They refused to be captured. They did not conform to the American way. They refused to the British people. They was not going to let them own them. Now, I love about Jamaica. They told the king and the queen over there in Britain, kick rocks. But Haiti been did that. They were not afraid. They didn't even have the weapons that the Caucasians had. The Europeans and whoever else, they didn't have those weapons, but they won the war. They refused to be put into a bind. They refused to. And that's why I'm fighting for them. I'm standing up for them. They are not eating cats and dogs. We're not going to accept that because I know black people. We are not going to eat a cat and dog. Most of us don't even have cats and dogs, a vast majority. Now, we love pets, but you're not going to catch, and I can vouch for this. Those Haitians are not doing it. Now, if you want to put it on somebody else that come to this country that are immigrants, you can do it because I'm not going to bash anybody, but I've seen where people's taking them into their restaurants. They stole people's pets, but it sure wasn't Haitians. No, they ain't trying to eat cats and dogs, y'all. Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you again. They don't even eat GMO. They raise their own fruits and vegetables organically. How I did when I was young. We had a garden on the side of the home, and we had a garden, big old garden in the backyard. I'm from the country. We raise our own chickens and everything. That's what Haitians people do. That's what they do. They may not have much, but they have love. And yes, they fight. Every race fight. Yes, there is crime. Every culture and race have crime. We can't just put it on one particular. No. And we cannot let Donald Trump cause so much division that we are out here hurting each other, because that's where it is leading. That is where it is leading. And we can't control it. We can get on here and talk all the nonsense we want. And yes, I'm going to come back at you if you come back at me talking about sex and all that other craziness and a bunch of sick stuff that's false about me, because you don't even know me. You're meeting me through a screen. We're going to be kind to everyone in this chat, and we are on here and we're doing fair use because this is educational. Okay? So listen and learn. If you don't like what he's saying, saying about your leader, put it in the chat. But don't be ugly, okay? Thank you. Let's get back to it. What is commercial? Hold on. I'm going to have to mute. Hold on, y'all. Sorry. I'm going to mute that commercial. I didn't realize it was still on. Let me read some of this in the chat. Kind and loving, right. Thank you, Mark. Ain't a Democrat in office. Democrats are in office right now. I'm not reading it. Please don't put stuff like that in my chat. We're not, no, cats are loving. I grew up with 9 cats in the household. We didn't eat any cats. My stepmother loved cats. I loved cats. I still love them to this day. Well, Jason White, if that's how you feel, then that's on you, honey. You don't have to get educated. You amongst the lines of Donald Trump. You have his IQ. Thank you so much, William Pittman. Yes, we need Kamala Harris. We need to go forward. Why would you want to go back? That's like dating somebody and they whooped your tail every night and you want to stay with them. They abuse you mentally, physically, and emotionally, and you want to stay in that relationship. Why would you want to? Donald Trump is a has been, and a has not. Don't do and don't redo.
Vice President
Sorry
Kamala
about that.
Harris. Here's what she had to say in a speech she gave. Let's play that clip.
And as Stacey mentioned, you heard what he said in the debate. He has no plan to replace it. He said, concepts of a plan. Oh, you all watched the debate. Concepts. No actual plan, concepts. And understand what's at stake on that.
Let me make this statement. Since I started talking about relationships, okay, Donald Trump has no plan. He said out of his mouth at the debate that he said he has concepts. Would you prefer to marry a man that has a plan, has everything together, or you want to marry a man that has a concept? I think I want to go to a man that has a plan, and we can plan together and build something. Kamala Harris want to come in and build something with us, Americans. Build hope, your dreams, help with your opportunities. He has no plan for you all. None. Thank you so much, Kim. Thank you, Kim Sussman. Thank you, Queen. He has none. Thank you so much, Alan Sandoval. Thank you. He has no plan. So just sometimes you have to take things and put them in categories so you can figure out what it is that's actually going on with this election. I like to take things and I put it in a category and I figure it out. Because if I just go by the vanity of things, I would be in trouble. Donald Trump is a reality star. He's not living in the real world. He still thinks he's on Apprentice, but he's the one that got fired. 81 million Americans fired him. Let's get back to the video.
45 million Americans are insured through the Affordable Care Act. And he's going to end it based on a concept.
Here she is again playing.
Because you know it's all about him. It's not about you. Well, folks, I said it then, I say it now. It's time to turn the page. Turn the page.
As she stated, it is time to turn the page. We're coming into a new year, 2025. That's going to be amazing. It's going to be beautiful. More that's going to happen for you. More opportunities, more blessings. The new year come. I guess you're going to have a New Year's resolution. I don't even do New Year's resolution because I know greater. I know God has something in store for me. I know greater because I know that we're going to have a female president November the 5th. I know greater because I put in my work and my prayers. Kamala Harris has put in the work and she's put in her prayers. We have to be on a winning team. We cannot continue falling behind nonsense. We can't. We can't do it, y'all. Opportunity. And she also mentioned about the health plan. He said he has plans to change it. He has tried 60 times to change the Obamacare. He has tried numerous times because he wanted the Trump care. It didn't happen. She was just talking about the health care. He has no plans. None. Not one. He has concept.
Here's one more clip of Vice President Kamala Harris from earlier today. Let's play it.
Today in North Carolina.
The fundamental freedom of a woman to make decisions about her own body and not have her government tell her what to do.
And here again is contrast that with Donald Trump. Show you this.
You saw it.
Look at y'all leader. That's what he does in his rallies.
Because can you imagine your child goes to school and they don't even call you and they change the sex of your child? Think of it. And you know who
And this.
the suburbs were safe. That's why when they say suburban women maybe don't like Trump, I think they're wrong. I think they love me. I do. I never had problems with women. I never had any problems.
Well, there you have it, folks. Enough.
Okay, this man just said he never had problems with women. Well, he was convicted of SA. This man just said he never had problems with women. Well, you guys, Donald Trump has been married how many times? 3 times. If Kamala Harris had been married that many times, y'all would not even want her to be vice president. It wouldn't have happened. It just wouldn't have. Donald Trump cheated on every last one of his wives. Every last one of them. And this is who y'all voting for. If he can't be loyal to a marriage, he will not be loyal to this country. It's not going to happen. He wasn't loyal when he was in there before. He was not loyal to America when he was in there. He won in 2016. How he was not loyal to America? Because Donny Boy took the Taliban to Camp David. And that's where our fallen soldiers lay. The commemoration of the fallen soldiers. He sold some of our chips to China. And that's who you want? He sold what belongs to America. It can't be y'all choice. It can't possibly be. Why would you want to be in a bad relationship when you're getting your butt beat, you're getting your heart broken, lied to on a daily basis by a man that's just a compulsive liar? He couldn't be faithful to anyone. So he can't be faithful to America. He gaslights y'all all day long, every day. From Twitter, he's gaslighting you. From his website, I think it's Truth website or something like that, he continuously gaslights you. He means you no good. I'm quite sure when you was young and you thought this young boy when you was 16 was everything, and your mom would tell you, baby, he's not a good guy. He's playing you. He's not a good guy. Donald Trump is a horrible person, but we're going to get back to listening to him, okay?
You can see their words for themselves. Make your own evaluation. Make your own impressions. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 4 million together. Thanks for watching.
Subscribe to Midas Touch Network. Remember to subscribe to Midas Touch Network. I love this man's YouTube channel. Please do.
400,000 followers. You don't miss a beat.
Before I discovered Walden University, I wondered how much impact.
I'm going to read some of y'all comments, okay? Kamala Harris 2024, that's what it's about. Again, check my community wall. The schedule for voting is up there for each state, okay? I live in the state of Georgia, so the state of Georgia, early voting is next month, October. And some states already have their early voting this month, September. Enough people have woke mind virus already. Okay, that's your opinion. She really believes her own lies. You talking about me? Okay, Janine, whoever you are, God bless you. I'm not going there with you MAGA people today. This pretty face do not want to be aging. I'm 50 years old and I don't want wrinkles, okay? So I'm not going there with you. God bless you. Daniel, where did your mama go through transitioning? Because she didn't birth you. Your aunt did. She gave her the baby. And you the baby that was given to her. So did your mama transition well? I don't use olive Olay products. I don't use it, but it probably does work well. I just don't use it. I'm very particular about what I put on my face. I can understand if you don't want to vote for either party, but I feel like if you don't vote, don't complain about anything. When you don't vote, you have no right to complain about anything. Just keep your mouth closed, okay? Ben does not put out gossip. Midas Touch Network, they put out only the facts. And the thing is, he just played to let y'all hear the people. So how can y'all say that it's not facts? The words are coming out of Dunny Boy with his pissity pins mouth. Are y'all kidding me? He's saying those things. It's not bots up there. It's not AI. It's Donald Trump making those remarks. Those are the words he said at his rally.
Worked with other teams, and it was great. The vice president has great people around her. I mean, it was not just two of them, but they co-ran it. From my perspective, you
Get
just
real.
want
Listen to the words they're saying.
the candidate to get used to what they're going to see and hear and experience. And there was that added oddity that they never met. And what's great is I had never met her. The first day that I met her, I said, Madam Vice President, it's nice to meet you. And then 20 minutes later, I was telling her how she was ruining America.
Did you?
This is somebody that
what
oppose
was
her.
your
That's
approach?
fine.
What are the most important things to prepare for if you're debating Trump? Like the sort of go-to moves, the things that might rattle someone who hasn't been in the same room with.
Well, I would take it a step back.
This
I
is
mean, the debate in
MSNBC.
its
I like
ideal
watching their
form is a
channel as
job
well.
interview. You have
Subscribe.
two people who are going for the same position, who want to put their experience and their best foot forward. They want to be professional. They want to think about curveballs that might come their way. And you know, we've all been in that situation. The situation we haven't been in is when the other candidate for the job is 6 feet to your left and they've got a chainsaw. And the only way that they can win is by, you know, blooding you up. And the challenge there is, you know, you have to make some decisions. But what she did last night that was so amazing is that she wasn't just pointing out things that that might get under his skin. She was making her case directly to camera to the American people. She was talking about her plans. And what was also incredibly amazing is that she did something that no one else has really been able to do in the last year, which is remind people that this guy actually served and has a record, and that record is really bad. And you know, you've talked about this. This amnesia issue is a problem, where he starts out saying, you know, you completely screwed the border. It's got to be, hold on, pal. You were there for 4 years. You were in charge of the border, and you promised us a wall, and it's not there. And that hasn't happened enough. And it's important to lay out that case. And third, I mean, for my own, in terms of asking about prep, first of all, you know, we all get makeup before we're on TV, and the makeup artist here said, "Do you already have makeup on?" And I said, "No." And she said, "Well, you've got on your forehead. I can't get it off. I mean, it's so caked on. The guy uses, you know, like plaster of Paris." But the thing that I noticed over the 8 years, and by the way, I feel like it was 50 years when you say a flip phone. I mean, it wasn't black and white, Chris. Is that he's really decompensating. I mean, his language has always been choppy. He's always digressed. There's something else going on there. I think we all watch it, and it's like, oh, he always speaks like that. He does not. He's losing, like, if I lose track of my thoughts, I stop for a second. When he loses track of his thoughts, he just goes to another thought quickly. So it doesn't sound like anything. It just sounds like he's jumping around. That's not what he's doing. He's also seemingly, he'll go off on COVID for 10 minutes and not say Tony Fauci. I mean, 4 years ago, he would go on for 5 minutes about Tony Fauci. So there's something, you know, I'm in the camp that has always noticed.
Thank you, Victorious. Thank you for that, what you just said.
He has said and done over the last few months.
Victorious make a valuable point. She says, white people, hold on, let me find it. White people don't determine who is black. You want to control everything, and that is true. Y'all don't determine who's black. Y'all continue to say that Kamala Harris is not black. I'm a black woman. My grandmother is native. I guess, you know, we used to call them Indians, but then the white man said we're going to call them native. She married a black man. Chocolate man. They had my mama. My mama is she was very dark skinned. Married my black daddy. And down his family line from and I would go to the family reunions when I was a kid before he passed. Everybody, all kind of white, black, everybody was at the family reunion. My dad was burnt black. My mama was burnt black. They got married and had me. What am I? A black woman. White people, y'all cannot determine who is black. So please stop. Because if the white police pull my little black tail over and pull over Kamala Harris, what do you think they're going to say? She's black. And they're going to treat her like she's black. I got a cousin, her name's Sherry. And she got put over and got a ticket because she's so light. They put on the ticket, the white cop put white as her race. Sherry is a black woman. She got a ticket and they put on that ticket white woman. White people, stop. Y'all cannot determine who's black. We know we black. I'm black and I'm proud. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. No matter what, if you go all the way down the line, you come from an African. Get mad, get glad, scratch your whoop. You come from African. I am a black woman. I'm proud to be a black woman. I have no problem on it. I am black. I am black 24/7. Kamala Harris is a black woman. And if she want to say she Indian, she can say that because her mom was an Indian woman. Her mom moved here when she was 19 to get a better life for opportunity. Her mom became a doctor. She come from educated parents. Her father was a professor, a black Jamaican. Excuse me, y'all. Education is the key. Kamala Harris has the education, the credentials. She has a resume. She doesn't have bankruptcies. She doesn't have several divorces. She doesn't have kids by 3 different men. Donald Trump had kids by 3 different wives. But y'all backing this man. Y'all supporting this man that has a bad track record. He is the con. He don't have any pros. None at all. Y'all continue to make up those lies and say she got on her knees. Honey, your wife got on her knees for you. She wasn't married. She could have backed that thing up how she want to. You've been backing it up in the prison cell like Donald Trump will be once he go to clink clink for all his crimes, 34 felonies and more. Stop putting lies out there about that lady because if you haven't seen her do it, you don't know what she's done. And if she did, she was not married. She can back it up how she wants to. She's married now to Doug. She backing it up with Doug. You got a problem with that? Melania Trump no longer backs it up with Donald Trump because he's crusty. He's disgusting. He pee-pees on himself. He poops on himself. He pooped on himself in the Oval Office when he was in the Oval Office. He pee-pees with the pissy depends all day, every day, running around here with a big old adult diaper on. Joe Biden is older than Trump. He doesn't wear Depends. He sure doesn't. But y'all lead running around here with Depends on. Let's get back to the stuff that we need to learn about because this is educational. Education is important. Both of my parents went to college and graduated. I went to college and graduated. And I continue with other schooling. My daughter went to college and graduated. She was in the military as well. She's a veteran. Education is the key. And Kamala Harris has it. Do Donald Trump have it? What college he graduated from? What law school did he go to? Give it to me. Tell me, MAGA. Give it to me. Give it to me, baby. Give it to me. You can't. He doesn't have it. Some of y'all got education here, but you sure don't act like it. So that's why sometimes people think y'all from the trailer park in the hill, and you hillbillies. Because y'all don't carry yourselves like you're educated. Let's get back to what Midas Touch has to say.
Hey, picnic. Find your new Sunday afternoon vibe at Saks. Spending time with family, it's just food all day, every day. Georgie has this.
Let's let this commercial go off. Let me read some of your comments. Your mama is a clown, Ethan. Ethan Kinclair, or whatever your name is, your mother. Hey, whatever cats, it ain't the Haitians doing it. I can tell you that. I see your comment. How many cats do you have to help with the migrant food problem? Look at y'all propaganda and listen to Trump. Y'all continue to listen to that man and he leading y'all down the wrong path. Because this is the thing. You got to think about these people. If they beat the French, Haitians, Haiti beat the French. And they have their freedom. And they didn't have guns. They had sticks and all kind of stuff. Y'all, I don't care who y'all are. Y'all not going to be able to beat them. That's why I tell y'all go mess with the Mexicans if you want to. Go mess with the Haitians. You got to imagine people that went through a lot of struggle and they survived. Those are warriors. You're not going to be able to do anything with them. Like black people, when our ancestors were slaves, they went through so much. And that's why we're such strong people. And that's why when we go to the Olympics, we win. Because it's in us to win. And you go messing with people of color if you want to. Go ahead and keep talking that mess about Haitians, about the cats and the dogs, which is not true. Just not true at all. Well, Donald Trump has no education, and all he had was his father's money, and look at him. Just look at him. A mess. Bankruptcy, about to lose Mar-a-Lago, allegedly. He's a mess. Florida want him out of there. Florida is blue now. All his Republican people in Florida, they're not voting for him. He's done. Get rid of Ethan. Take him out of here. I don't need him in my chat. Honey, you have mistaken. You talking about Florida loves Trump. They used to. Because if you go through Florida right now, they all for Kamala Harris. They got up Republicans for Kamala Harris. That's what they have up. He didn't graduate. He lied to y'all. His professor said he was the dumbest student he ever had. And allegedly, they say he paid somebody to take his SATs. Trump is going to lose bigly. Yes, son of the son. Yes, he is. Okay, we're going to get back to this video. Sorry about that, okay? Hold on. Let's see what they're talking about.
There's something not right up there.
Yeah, and you know, we're going to play a little selection, and one of these selections, which we'll play in a second, is sort of notorious. They're eating.
This is educational. Education is imperative.
Disgusting and racist slander to a group of people, and also completely invented. But that answer came. He started on the rallies. Like we played that rallies clip. He got from like people who go to my rallies to that, and you know, he cannot follow a train of thought. He interrupts himself. Here's just a little smattering of what that looked like.
She's a Marxist. Everybody knows she's a Marxist. Her father's a Marxist professor in economics, and he taught her well. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. She was big on defund the police. In Minnesota, she went out. Wait a minute, I'm talking now. You don't mind, please. Does that sound familiar?
He was very proud of that last one. He referred to it as cute, and he gave a little kudos to himself afterwards that he was like calling back a I'm speaking moment. In terms of the sort of set pieces, like debating, how much of that was planned? Like it seemed to me that there were certain things that you know he won't leave alone. John McCain, Charlottesville, very fine people, the outcome of the January 6th election, his rallies that were intentionally seeded in her answers to get him to narcissistically obsess over them.
I think, look, you know, she has seen him over the years. The guy's debated 7 times. This was his 7th general election. He debated, I think, 11 times in the primaries, notably 0 times in the 2024 primaries, and yet he calls everyone out for being scared. I think she was almost acting like she was watching it, like she was, you know, kind of watching it on TV and saying, hold on, dude. I mean, what about this? Because that's what she was doing, was calling out facts. You know, what's particularly, I think, telling when you show these clips of his digressions or whatever you want to call them, is that they make no sense. So fine, he's not Rubik's Cube. He's not hard to figure out. He's Jenga. You know, you just push one thing and he falls apart. But if you say your crowd sizes are low and people leave, why wouldn't you say that that's not true? That's very mean. I'm really proud. They're the biggest things. What he actually starts doing is a different level of insanity.
Yes.
I mean, you're revealing it's a subset. I mean, what he's saying has never been truthful. It has never been real. It has never been normal, but it is decompensating. And I think because it's, you know, the thing about the frog, you know, in water, if you just boil them slowly, they don't know what's happening. We've all been so kind of inured to it that we don't realize how serious this is. And look, Joe Biden, I love Joe Biden. When Joe Biden was 78 and he ran for president, no one thought, I'm concerned at how he looks. Donald Trump is 78. You know, if he wins, we could be back in this conversation in 2 years.
Did you
like, oh, how are we supposed to know that he was going to go off the rails?
Did you do off the rails as him?
You do everything. I mean, I'm the ball machine in my mind. You know, you get a good tennis player who wants to get better. I have friends who are obsessed with tennis. They get a tennis pro. You want to test your backhand? You set the ball machine to test your backhand. You want to do your forehand?
Okay, enough of that. We're not going to be sitting in 2 years saying that about Donald Trump because we're not going to vote him in. What are we going to do? We're going to vote blue because it's in our benefit to vote for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. They both have the credentials. Their resume is beyond. They both have done great things. It is in your benefit to vote blue November the 5th. And if you're going to vote early, you must, I'm encouraging you, vote early because there are so many roadblocks that's going to be out there to stop you from voting. Your vote counts, whether you're voting for Trump or Kamala. But I am here to encourage you to vote blue. That is what I'm here for. And I'm going to continue to do it. If I can, I'm going to do it daily. It is in our best interest to vote blue. Let me see what else I got in my bag of tricks for y'all today. All y'all beautiful kings and queens in here. One moment, okay? Let me see what I got in here. Let's see what I have for my people. My beautiful people in the chat. Let's see what's in here. For all you beautiful people. Let's see what this is. Hold on. Let's see what this is.
No, I'm not above the law. I never want anybody to be above the law. No, I'm not above the law. I never want anybody to be above the law. No.
He says he's not above the law, y'all. If he's not above the law, then why does he have a problem with going to where he's supposed to be going? He's supposed to be going to prison. But he's a dictator. He wants to only become president to stay out of what? Prison. He does honestly feel that he's above the law. I don't know why he made that statement, you all, because it's a complete lie. He does think he's above the law. This is Angela Ray. I like her for educational purposes.
Either of you as much as I'd like. Where does the race go from here?
Well, there's 55 days, and it is a sprint. It is not a marathon. I think if Joe Biden had still been in the race, we would be talking about a marathon, maybe in some ways a drag. And I think every single moment counts, from the moment that Kamala Harris left her after party last night from the debate that she clearly won. She is back on official duties for 9/11 commemorations in New York, in Pennsylvania, and then back to DC. So she's got a sprint for official duties as well as for campaign duties.
Gretchen, you posted on Instagram last night, quote, I met Donald Trump the first time when I was competing for Miss America. No, he didn't own it. That was Miss USA. And subsequently, I interviewed him many times over the years. I met Vice President Kamala Harris for the first time when she was running for president. More recently in 2022, when I was with President Biden as he signed the first bipartisan bill I championed into law having to do with NDAs. You know both of them. What did you think last night? What do you think happened?
Well, I think from a big picture point of view that Donald Trump made a lot of mistakes with regard to only placating to his MAGA base. We all know that independents and undecideds are going to basically decide this election. So that was a mistake in my mind. But for Kamala Harris, look, there was a lot of talk about whether or not she would command the stage, whether or not she would have leadership skills, even about her height. And as a short woman myself, I can relate to being underestimated from time to time. She came out on that stage. She reached for his hand. She wanted to shake it. And she introduced herself to him. And at that moment, that is when the power shifted to her. She was exquisitely prepared for this debate. And I think that this is a bigger message for a victory for women. I mean, take politics away from this for a moment. We're not talking today about whether or not Kamala Harris commanded that stage or whether or not she exhibited leadership skills. We're saying she won that debate. And we're now maybe closer to having a woman actually be the president of the United States. So we need to stop talking about women's height, and whether or not they can lead, and whether or not a woman can be president. We need to just go back to this debate and see how she performed.
Yeah, I don't understand the height thing too. I saw some conservative women and conservative commentators on social media last night talking about how, I mean, who cares?
Who cares? It has nothing to do with your brain, right?
Well, I think what is really very frightening is they're still trying to find ways to say where she is deficient instead of looking at all the many deficiencies. The fact that Kamala Harris's bar for competition yesterday was very different than Donald Trump's, as it always is. He could get up there and spew lies from what people eat for dinner to what his accomplishments were in the White House to him firing very bad people. And she has to go up, command the stage, get to know voters who still don't have a clear vision of who she is and what her vision is for the country, as well as talk about policy prescriptions in a digestible way for the American people to embrace them and understand it. The bar was sky high and she hurdled it. And she did it with the moderators not enforcing the rules against Donald Trump, but enforcing them against her.
I don't know that I don't know anything about that, but I do think that, in terms of the moderates, I do think it's interesting.
Jake, you know, you watched them let her. He jumped in just like I did with you just now.
But they
and
also
they turned the mic back on.
They also fact checked him
3 times.
Well, whatever it is, my only point is I think they probably by the rules had to give him more time because of that. But let's just talk about Harris and Trump, if we could. One of the things that I thought was interesting about the performance is like how often she baited him, and how often he took the bait.
Well, we know this about Donald Trump, right? I mean, we know that that's how you get to him. Now, I'm sure his advisor said to him, don't
take the bait. She's going to mention John McCain. Don't take the bait.
But look, he could have insulted her much more than he did last night, right? I mean, if you watch his rallies, he's insulting her and calling her stupid, and she's not smart because she's a woman.
That's the nice stuff.
That's the nice stuff.
The worst stuff is on Truth Social.
Exactly. But he didn't drop to that level. He didn't look at her. He didn't want to shake her hand, and that was very disrespectful. But I think at least on that regard, he stayed somewhat in line. And with regard to having more talk time, look, if he had been talking about substantial policies, then maybe I would have a problem with the fact that he had 5 minutes more. But I think he just made a grave error about really not jumping on any policy talk whatsoever.
You know, he did. Sorry, Jay, one second. I would say where he also made an error is he never looked at her and never said her name.
Right.
He called her her, she, and her boss. He never referenced Kamala Harris, Madam Vice President Harris, Kamala, nothing. He only said her and she.
And yet she dominated him, back to my original point, she dominated him last night more than anyone else has in a decade.
Yeah, why do you think
that is the biggest thing that will get under his skin?
Hillary Clinton did she did a good job against Donald Trump too, and still ended up losing the election. But why do you think she was able to do such a good job last night? She is not as experienced on the debate stage as he is.
But she's a prosecutor.
You think that's what it is?
Yes,
yeah.
and as I said before, she was superbly prepared for this. It was very obvious that, and sometimes she was too scripted. I mean, let's just call a spade there. But, I don't think he prepared much at all. In fact, he bragged about the fact that he wasn't going to prepare. And when you go into something like this, I don't care who you are, preparation shows.
Do you think that she needs to do more to mix it up with voters? Congressman Clyburn was on the show earlier, and he said he'd love to see her talking to voters at town halls and more talking directly to people, real people, not like me. I'm not a real person. About issues that they care about. Do you want to see that as a supporter?
I absolutely do, and as a friend. And I will say, to me, Kamala Harris's sweet spot are those one-on-one conversations and the small groups. The reason for that is she is not afraid of sitting with a team of rivals. She's not afraid of sitting with people with different points of view, and she's reasonable. She can hear your perspective and even figure out how to integrate that into some of her policy positions in her platform. I've seen her do it multiple times on justice reform, talking about abortion, talking about immigration reform. That is where she is remarkably skilled. And I think it's not just that she's a prosecutor, she's also a very skilled legislator.
I agree with that 100%. However, I'm not sure I would recommend to her if I were advising her to do an.
Okay. That was more than an earful. They gave y'all some of the pros and cons of each candidate. And as Angela Ree says, we have seen Kamala Harris do it. Watching her rallies, you become like 101 with her. She connects with the people. Donald Trump's rallies, they all negative. People are leaving. They wore out because he doesn't talk about policies. He talk about Hannibal Lecter, whales, electrocution, all kind of stuff that has nothing to do with this presidential election. Y'all can say what you want about Kamala Harris, but when she's doing her rallies, she's speaking to the people and she's talking about what's going on and what would be happening when she's in the Oval Office as president. She is already our vice president. So when she's in the office, she's going to do more. And stop coming in here bashing her about what she's not doing. She is the vice president. She is not the president. Although she has done powerful things since being the vice president. Yes, she has. That she has done. That she has done. I'm going to read off a couple things that she has done because y'all love to drill in. But what has she done? What has she done for me lately? I'm about to give it to you. One moment, okay? Just a little moment, okay? Just a moment. And I'm going to read you some of the things she has done since she's been your vice president. Y'all hear it's storming out there. I don't know if y'all can hear because my mic take away all noises. If it ain't a voice, it take away the noises. Hi, Twine. Thank you. Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris accomplishments as VP. I'm going to just read a couple of them because I wrote a magazine article about her. And this is the magazine article. I put her on the cover of Queen magazine. So I'm going to read you a couple of what she has done. Since y'all want to say, what has she done in the 3.5 years she's been in there, almost 4 years? She's done many things. Before she got in there, she was already doing things to help the people because she only have one client, the people. Okay. She secured, hold on, I'm losing my place. She passed a COVID, the number 19, Hate Crimes Act. She promoted racial equality in pandemic response through specific incentives. She passed the Freedom to Vote Act in the House. She passed the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act in the House. Built coalitions for voting rights protection. Implemented economic justice policies. Expand healthcare coverage through policies. Secured funding for affordable housing, which she anticipates and will do more. She already stated she will be giving $25,000 for people that want to buy a home. Secured funding for affordable education. And what does Project 2025 wants to do? Project 2025 wants to take away funding from K through 12. And what is Project 2025? This is Project 2025. You must read it. If you have not read it, you must read Project 2025. Please read it. Please. I'm asking you to please read it. It will not harm you. So I'm gonna read a little bit of these comments and I'm gonna close out and we're gonna be getting out of here because I have to cook, which I should have did it earlier, but I didn't have time to. Let's see what y'all talking about here. Project 2025. It is not fake. It's real. You can go on Amazon, look it up on Amazon. Your boy JD Vance wrote the forwarding. I'm an author. I've written 4 books. I know what I'm talking about. Go on Amazon. You will see with your eyes that JD Vance wrote the forwarding for Project 2025 and some other great people that Trump is friends with, his constituents. Donald Trump blocked the border policy. Even though he was not in the White House, his maggots, that's Republicans, he contacted them and told them to block it. So that's where the policy went. And he will continue to do that because he hates everyone except white people. He pretends to care about other races. He does not care about you. You got blocked on Donald Trump's channels. Don't even feel bad, honey. You ain't missing nothing because you ain't learning nothing over there. He's the devil. He's the Antichrist. I just be glad when his people realize that because he's taking them down a dark path away from God. I just read to you some of the things she has done. She has done more than that. In the magazine article that I wrote for Queen Magazine, she has done more than that. Stop pretending you don't know what I said. Thank you, Victorious One. You see bull where your leader smell like a bull with wet pissy depends and poop in it. That's right, Victorious One. That's right, Victorious One. Kamala is the president of the Senate. She's a sitting VP. Kamala is governing right now. Thank you. They don't know the judicial from the executive, and they don't know the different levels. Legislature, they don't know. Don't even try to explain. Sometimes I have to tell myself, don't even try to explain it. Somebody put, son of the son said the reason he's alive is because the devil saved him. Let me tell you, that was a fake assassination. If your ear gets shot, he would be missing that. He would not have that. Donald Trump did not get shot, y'all. Even the FBI said he didn't get shot. He's a liar, compulsive liar. That's right, Twine. I hope I'm saying your name right. I just read to you, Daniel. This is the comment Daniel has stated. She's VP, but hasn't done anything. I just read to you what she has done. And if you don't want to accept it because you brainwashed by Donald Trump and he keep gaslighting you want to continue to being the person that you are, delusional like him, keep doing it. We're not on a reality show. We're living in reality. Yeah, Donald Trump is more like word salad, but it's actually word vomiting because he's trash. I will be going live tomorrow, you guys, at 8 o'clock. I think I like this time better because I have time to go rip and run and do a couple things I want to do. Then I rush home and try to get ready because trying to get on here at 6 o'clock and there's so many people on here at 6 o'clock, it doesn't work as well. It doesn't work as well at all. So you guys, I am Queen Lily. I appreciate you coming on my live. Before you leave out of here, please hit the like button. You are appreciated. You are valued. You are loved. You are all kings and queens. And no matter who you're voting for, I encourage you to vote early. But I am also here to encourage you to vote blue, vote Democrat, vote for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. Why? Because they have the credentials and they have the power to make things happen. Tim Walz has done mighty things in Minnesota. He is for the people. Kamala Harris is for the people. I'm out of here. Goodbye. Thank you all.